Dear students, I welcome you all to the lecture series of Basic Civil Engineering. Today we are going to discuss on the topic Introduction to Transportation Engineering. So the points we are going to cover in today's lecture will be definition of transportation engineering, role of transportation in the development of nation, modes of transportation system, and types of pavements. What is transportation? Transportation is all about moving goods and people from one place to another. It is also safe, efficient, reliable, and sustainable movement of persons and goods over time and space. So transportation means the movement of the people and materials from one place to another. What is transportation engineering? Transportation engineering is a type of civil engineering which focuses on the infrastructure of transportation, all the elements which support the movement of goods and people. Transportation engineers design runways, build bridges, lay out roads, and plan docking facilities. They look at traffic patterns, determine when new transport facilities are needed, and come up with better ways. So, transportation engineering is a branch of civil engineering, and it deals with the study, design, and construction of roads, railways, bridges, tunnels, waterways, seaways, and airways. Nowadays, a good system of transportation is very essential for the rapid economic growth of a country. As blood transports through arteries of the body, which is essential for the human, so as similar good system transportation is essential for national welfare. For rapid growth of country, good network of communication is essential. It is the backbone of overall progress of a country. So the role of transportation engineer is to develop efficient transportation system. Transportation engineer also considers developing system which enables pedestrian movement. Redesigning existing transportation system to accommodate more traffic. Role of transportation in the development of nation. First is economic development. So in economic development, every product needs transportation. If better system is provided, it becomes easy and accessible to take the benefits of low costing of products. Availability of raw materials can be provided to manufacturing units. Social effect. People of remote area can come closer to the city or the town. People from different parts of country can reach far places with convenience and in less time. Other effects. During the days of emergency, for examples like wars, efficient and developed transportation system plays a very good role for quick and easy transportation of the soldiers, food and ammunition. Modes of transportation system. Transportation system is divided into four types: roadways, railways, airways and waterways. Roadways and railways come under the land transport. So what do you mean by land transport? Land transport is divided into road, rail and the pipeline transport. So one by one we will see. First is the road transport. This is one of the oldest and simplest form of transport. It is largely used for carrying goods as well as the passengers over a short time. Rail transport. It is one of the cheap and quick form of transportation system. It is used for carrying goods and services over a long distance. Pipeline transport. This mode of transport is used for the transportation of liquid and gases through pipelines. Water transport. Water transport is one of the cheapest form of transport. It is broadly divided into two types: inland transportation and ocean transportation. Inland transportation. Inland transportation refers to the transportation through canals, rivers, etc. This transportation deals with goods in small lots between villages and local markets. Ocean transport. Ocean transport is the carriage of goods and passengers through oceans. It also helps in the growth of international trade. Now, air transport. This is the fastest mode of transport. It is used for the movement of passengers and goods having less volume but high value. It has the advantage of high speed. What is pavement? A structure consisting of superimposed layers of processed materials above the natural soil subgrade, whose primary function is to distribute the applied vehicle loads to the subgrade. So pavement is a durable surface material which is laid down on an area intended to sustain vehicular or foot traffic such as roadways and walkways. Types of pavements. Pavements are divided into two types: flexible pavement and rigid pavement. So below are the images given of the two types of pavement, flexible and rigid. So in flexible pavement we have used a layer of asphalt, and for rigid pavement the layer of concrete is used. What is transportation? Transportation is all about moving goods and people from one place to another. It is also safe, efficient, reliable, and sustainable movement of persons and goods over time and space. So transportation means the movement of the people and materials from one place to another. What is transportation engineering? Transportation engineering is a type of civil engineering which focuses on the infrastructure of transportation all the elements, components of flexible pavement. So these are the different components, that is sub-base course, base course and surface course. Below the sub-base course there is a subgrade. So this four combination makes the pavement structure. So which are placed on a subgrade to support the traffic load and distribute it to the road bed soil. So one by one we will see what do you mean by subgrade, then sub-base course, base course and surface course. Subgrade, it is the bottom layer and it is the foundation of the flexible pavement. The subgrade top layer has more stress and the bottom layer has a less stress. Subgrade acts like a foundation. If the subgrade is not durable, the whole pavement will not be durable. Now we will see sub-base course. It distributes the load to the subgrade because it is above the subgrade. It contains GSB layer and it also acts as a drainage layer, and it provides support to the base course and the surface course. Now base course. It is the layer on top of the sub-base course. It provides additional strength to the pavement. This base course mostly contains WBM, that is water-bound macadam of stabilized layer, and it is the bottom of the surface course. Now the topmost layer will see surface course. The surface course is also called as a wearing course. Surface course, it comes in direct contact with the traffic load. It is mostly constructed with dense graded bituminous concrete. It provides the characteristics such as friction, smoothness, as well as it provides like a drainage. Extra water if comes, it will drain out. It is so tough that it can handle the whole load. So this is the image of the components of flexible pavements. Now at the bottom this will be the subgrade. Then on top of that will be the sub-base course, then the base course, and then the surface course on which the vehicles move. So this subgrade acts like a foundation to all this above layers. Rigid pavement. Cement concrete roads are also known as rigid pavements because of their stiffness and their capacity to bridge over loose soil pockets in the subgrade. So rigid pavement is constructed from cement concrete, or it can also be constructed by reinforced concrete slabs. The design of rigid pavement is based on providing a structural cement concrete slab of sufficient strength to rest the load from the traffic. Types of pavements. Pavements are divided into two types: flexible pavement and rigid pavement. So below are the images given of the two types of pavement, flexible and rigid. So in flexible pavement we have used a layer of asphalt, and for rigid pavement the layer of concrete is used. So components of rigid pavement. So these are the different images. Step by step the layers are shown, how they are constructed. First is the subgrade course, that is the bottom layer. Then the sub-base course, base course, and then the concrete slab. If the subgrade course is of good material or of good quality, then the sub-base course is not needed. Directly only three layers can form, that is the subgrade course, sub-base course, and the concrete slab. So the topmost layer, that is the surface course, this layer also comes in contact with the traffic load, as I told, and it is made up of the RCC also, reinforced cement concrete also. Here you can use two types, that is the plain cement concrete and RCC, reinforced cement concrete. So it also provides the characteristics because it's the topmost layer and it comes in contact with the vehicles. So it provides friction, the layer is smooth, and it also controls the noise and the drainage. It also serves as a waterproofing layer to the underlying base, that is the sub-base and the subgrade. So here the base course is stabilized, and here it is in the form of granular material. Thank you.